Hi everyone, I'm here again. I'm sorry I had to restart and do a few things. So I'm gonna try to be live again. Gonna probably be doing some things that I need to finish. I do have a granny square bag here, but after doing the things I just needed to do, my hands hurt. So I don't know if I'll be able to work on this much. I have a lot of hand pain because I had to do um, SIB, if you know what that is, and I hurt my hand doing it. So now I can't really do anything else. I have really bad cramping and it's like stiff. It's not really something I can help when it happens, just saying it's not something you can stop or use or you know, it's not something you can just stop doing when it happens. Um a lot of people think it is, but it's not. Like people equate it to say self harm, and it's not self harm. It's very different. It's impulsive, not compulsive. It's not controllable. Your brain is doing it. You're not actively wanting to do it. Um, so that's it. That's that. But yeah, enough about that. I'm sorry, my brain is a little slow because I got a concussion, so it's gonna be harder for me to talk now. But I'm gonna try to do my best because I still have to do a lot of work, and I'm struggling with rent right now. I'm missing a lot of money, so if you want to help out, I'll leave my links below. Ko-fi for a fundraiser for living expenses and whatnot. Like I said, I'm missing a lot of money. Like, it's not a small amount. So that's that. And with my problems with my roommate, I'm only gonna get a part of rent from that. So it is worrying. And it's part of the reason I'm missing so much money is the problems I have with him. And I also have a shop with my crochet stuff, and it will be the link right below. I'm gonna be right back. I have to wash my hands. I don't know what's up with that, but the grease won't get off. It stays keeps there. Okay, I'm here again. Luckily, no one showed up and spammed the chat. Like I have a subscriber who always does this whenever I'm off camera. That's why I always worry. But yeah, my hands are still sticky, but I'm gonna try to do my best. Hello everyone. Nose, my nose. Okay, I'm gonna have to blow my nose. There's a thing in there. It's annoying me. The worker outside is like staring at me through my window. He's in his truck, advancing slowly, and he's like just looking at me with this horrified face. Yeah, bye guy. I'm trying to remove something hard from my nose, so of course I'm playing in my nose, not with my bare hands. It's either that or I have a meltdown, so bear with me. But yeah, this guy was just stopped there right in the middle of the highway and staring at me from across the street. I don't live at street level. I'm on the third floor, but he was like that. He was looking at me like that. And people have nothing better to do. It's like that a lot in Montreal. People say Canadians are polite, but it's not true. People are such jerks in Montreal, let me tell you. You go out and you run into someone and someone accidentally bumps into you, they get mad and like yell at you for being in their way and they push you. Like I've been elbowed a couple of times because someone was too stupid to ask me to move. One time I was in the escalator, and there's like an unwritten law that you have to be on the right side to let the people go by. I was like gently dancing side to side, not even taking an inch of more space on the other side. That guy had plenty of space. He just elbowed me, uh, walked downstairs past me, and insulted me, and like, you stupid kids on your phone, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't even on my phone. I was listening to music and my screen was closed. He was like, you pay attention to people, stop being on your phone all the time, etc. So yeah, Montrealers are not nice, and I've never met nice, polite ones. It's always someone yelling, someone pushing, or someone being a jerk. So the stereotypes about we're so polite, it's not really true. We're jerks. And even some Canadian people in my chat sometimes um, try to say like, no, we're polite, we're polite. I overly apologize for everything and things like that. But I guess that's the thing about overly apologizing. It's not out of concern for people. It's all done for appearances. None of us who do that are actively sorry about bumping into someone or being an inconvenience. What you're sorry about is not having done the right thing for your social points. It's sad to say, but it is like this. And I know a lot of us like to pretend like, oh, I'm such a nice, kind, caring person, but you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you, I didn't mean to blah, 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 blah. And you make it all about yourself. And it's this phenomenon where when you do this, the person doesn't feel comfortable being on your butt anymore, and they feel like it's their responsibility to comfort you about, oh no, it's all right, it's quite all right, dear. Oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Like, it's a tactic to make people feel like they have to apologize to you for bringing it up in the first place. So no, it's not overly polite. It's not polite to overly apologize. Just say excuse me and walk past. That really would be polite. But when you say, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I even looked your way." That is not. I'm sorry to say, as someone who's done childhood trauma therapy and everything, well, I've not done that with a therapist because I'm poor, but I have talked about some childhood issues with another therapist. But I've done all kinds of work regarding that, and I can tell you, because, mind you, I do this a lot. I'm not saying this because I elevate myself above anyone or anything of the sort. But it's just that we have to be honest with ourselves and about why we're being overly apologetic. It's not because we're truly sorry, it's because we want to be comforted that we weren't bad. It's because we're aiming to be gratified for being good people. And I know it's gonna sound harsh and it's putting into question the character of people, and I know that's not really well seen to be doing that. But I tell you in a caring way because I know that once you unravel these issues, you start to see more of it and understand better why you do things like the way you do them. So I just wanted to be honest about this. It's a process that all of us go through. And I find it kind of sad that we push it away and try to pretend like we're perfect people, but none of us are really. Okay, I just had to check that I had the right amount of stitches. I'm sorry. So, at least when you're honest with why you do things, even if you're not quite there yet, it's a good first step. Just at least be aware that's what you're doing. Be aware that you feel insecure with the way you acted and you feel the need to be comforted that you're good. But when you do something like that hurts someone, it shouldn't be about you not having done the right thing. It's not about you. It should be about making sure the person is okay, and prioritizing the other person. That should be what it's about. But like I said, you say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and you move on. Don't eternize yourself being, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm such a jerk. I bumped into you. I'm so sorry. I'm so clumsy. I'm so this. I'm so that." And the person as feel the need that they have to do this. They feel like they have to be there and, "Oh no, it's okay. No problem, honey. It's okay. You hurt me, but I'm fine. I'm fine. I be reassured and be reassured that you didn't do anything wrong, that you did well, that you had good intentions. I know you had good intentions. I know blah blah blah." It's taking the focus out of the person that was harmed, and it's not only something about running into people and things like that. It's a thing of life in general, but I just don't think we should be doing that. I think we should be mindful how we talk to people in that regard. Like, if you have to apologize about something, just say you're sorry. And I don't even buy into the whole perfect apology ideology. I think that's absolutely ridiculous and very ableist too. Like the thing where you have to berate yourself in front of someone until like you're blue in the face. "Oh, I'm sorry. I hurt you and I did this and this and this and this," and offer no explanation whatsoever, because any hint of explanation about why the situation happened in the first place is seen as you centering yourself. I don't buy into that whole ideology. I don't think it's fair. I think a sincere apology comes from your heart and the way you express yourself and think, and not from the way society tells you you should apologize, for example. But it's like, those modern apologies that people are talking about. They're almost like groveling. They're not apologies. They're not sincere. It's like, oh, I did this, my bad, and now I promise to you that I will go to therapy and work on myself and be a better person and this and this and that. You don't have to like make your apology into a whole proposal that is perfect and flawless. I think that's rather stupid too, by the way. I don't think it's necessary to be like, I'm so sorry, you're the queen and I'm your servant. That's like, that's too much. I don't agree with that. You don't even have to feel that you've done something wrong. If you hurt someone, you hurt them. You don't have to even yourself regret having done the thing. Like I don't think I don't think it's better in any way. I think a lot of people show bad faith when people apologize to them and they're like, you didn't do it the correct way and you said the word but one time, so that means you're not sincere. I don't subscribe to any of that bullshit. As you know, I'm neurodivergent, and when I see something, I say it from a place in my heart that to me is very important and crucial, and from a place of genuinely wanting to offer a reparation to the person I've hurt in the situation, if that makes sense. And people, like, whenever you offer any ounce of anything that is not in their little step by step guide, you're not really sorry in their mind, and suddenly you're the jerk. Uh, of Herbs and Altars made a complete video on the subject, and like they say that an apology is 100% about the person who's hurt and should not take any in any kind of way into account the person who did the hurting. But I also think, in a way, there are two people in a situation, and if you do something that to you is important and you hurt or inconvenienced a person doing it, but that to you it would have brought harm to you to not do those things and to not affirm yourself and assert yourself and things like that. For example, you tell a person something in a way that's a little rude, but like you took the time to go to them and say, hey, I don't like your behavior. And maybe you were mean, maybe you were rude. Like sometimes I yell at my roommate and I told him, stop acting like a child, I take your responsibility. And maybe to him that's hurtful to hear that he's acting childish. But me apologizing for the way I talked to him because it hurt his ego, for example, is distracting from the fact that he's trashing my apartment every other day. So I think it's kind of it should be a two-way street when there's an apology involved. And people like to say, the focus of the conversation is not on you right now. You bring that up later. But in all fairness, like realistically, it's never gonna be brought up again because once the subject is not fresh, people move on and they just don't bring back up old stuff. And when you bring it up, they're like, why are you bringing up this old conversation? Because it's not relevant. It's not in the moment anymore. So I don't subscribe to that. Oh, when someone brings something up with you, it should be 100% about only them, and you should not bring up what they did wrong in a situation. Like, the whole thing is about them. It's not the time for you to apologize, to seek reparation for yourself. It's not your time to bring up anything. You'll do that later. But like I said, like, the situation is fresh and was changed, and after that it's not, there's not ever an opportunity to do it ever again after that. If, for example, let's say you're going out with someone, you have a partner, and you were mean to them because, for example, let's say you call them a jerk because they were mean to your friend. You can be sorry for being a jerk, but you can genuinely mean it, and you can genuinely think, hey, I will bring this up to you more gently in the future. But you can also be firm and demand that your friend not be treated that way. And you can also do this in the exact same conversation. Like, you made your partner cry by calling them a jerk, and you can go to them, apologize, and you can even like comfort them properly. But in the same conversation you could go, I'm really sorry, I was overly harsh with you. I didn't bring this up to you softly or in a calm manner. I was agitated. I should have waited to be in a better headspace. Blah blah blah. All of that. And then after that, you can be like, and I don't appreciate the way you talk about my friends and the way you talk to my friends. I don't think you're respectful, and I will not stand for that. You can go, like, I will not tolerate you being mean to my friends. So, yeah, I just don't like the mental gymnastics that people want you to do around apologies. It doesn't sound as sincere as they'd like you to believe, because, like, they want you to offer a sincere apology that doesn't sound like centering yourself and all of that. But at the same time, simultaneously, they want it to be perfectly crafted and kind of not show the hint of the person saying it anymore. Like, no trademarks, just be really sorry and grovel at their feet. Like, I don't think that's sincere, and it really irks me as a neurodivergent. I don't even think, like, it's not fair anymore. It's not fair game to be like, oh, you have to grovel now. And many people are like, but this is how you offer reparation. But that's not. It's a two-way conversation in which both parties respect each other. That's how you offer true reparation. It should be true. It should be known about. So I'm sorry that I'm talking about this, by the way. I know I'm quite a heavy subject. I really wanted to bring this up because I hear a lot about this. But as of Herbs and Alter said in their video about this, neurodivergent brains and neurotypical brains work very differently for apologies. Neurotypical brains tend to want the whole entire apology to be only uh, flattering to themselves, and like I said, sounds a little bit like groveling to me, to be honest. Like, they tend to want you to, yeah, their feet tend to beg almost. They want you to be 100% focused on their whole person, while for a neurodivergent apology, if you don't explain to me the situation, I don't understand. I want to know your thought process. That's what reassures me to know that you actually want to do better in the future is if I know where you were coming from when you said or did the thing that hurt me. Like, I want the part that says, oh, I'm sorry I hurt you. I was thinking about this thing this way, and I was wanting to assert myself, and I was overly harsh doing so. I want the explanation part. I want the part that says I don't appreciate the way you talk to my friends and I brought that up in anger. I want that. I want the justification. It's not a justification to me. It's more hey, what happened there so we can resolve and move on. Like, I need that part. Um sorry. but but that's for me, it's almost the most important part of an apology is the explanation, the why did this happen, how can we move forward with this, not the just I promise I'll do better and then leave it at that. I don't trust that, by the way. I don't trust the I will do everything in my power to make this right, because what if there's even a misunderstanding about that, because it's not been mentioned, because the person is like, oh yeah, but you're making out your apology about yourself, so I don't want you to explain to me what happened, I just want you to beg for forgiveness. you know it's kind of just, no, I want to know what happened. I surely want to know what happened. I want it to be clear for both parties. I want it to be unmistakable, and I think it brings mutual understanding when that happens. Oh, also, I'm a little bit falling into some hilarity. Not really hilarity, but I saw someone do something completely ridiculous about 5 minutes before starting this live stream. I was wondering where certain subscribers of mine have gone. Um, and they either deleted their whole account because of a fight with someone, or they completely just blocked me and blocked all of us because their comments are not appearing in any of our streams. If this isn't petty, I don't know what it is. And I'm like, oh dear, you have, while you've been sweet in some ways, you surely have a lot to be sorry for as well. How can I say this in a nice enough way? I'll just say this. Things are a two-way street. You can't entirely blame another person for everything going on in what you have. And I don't really like when people hurt my friends. I'm very petty for that. You can call me slurs and I'll even be like, oh, whatever, what a jerk, and laugh it off. But if you hurt my friend in any way and you want to act like a little jerk about that, and you want to cause them harm and act like all offended and remove everything from your entire life. Um, I'm petty with this. Don't hurt my friends. Don't make them cry. Don't make them sad. Even if you've been nice to me in the past, it doesn't pass, it doesn't go. There's nothing you can do that will make me feel better about you once you've hurt my friends. Especially the closer I am to someone, the more kind of maybe overly protective I am. But yeah, I was like, this person has completely erased all trace of being on YouTube. Either that, or they click the hide from my channel on every single account, or that I checked, because I checked a few people that I know this person was subscribed to. I checked quite a few people. That person has just completely disappeared from the face of YouTube. So either they went person by person to remove that, or they just deleted the whole channel. Anyway, I don't want to start any drama with this, but I just I just kind of want people to know and understand that there are other ways to communicate than just bringing about these very petty uh, actions. Well, I just said I'm petty, so I'm being inconsistent here, but I mean more uselessly petty, if that makes sense. Like, you hurt my feelings, so let me remove everything that ever happened that includes you. Like, that's I I would probably even do this, but I guess I'm just critical when it happens to one of my friends. I've removed people from my entire existence over things that were smaller. But like I said, I'm just very protective of my buddies. I've got some good ones. So, anyway, that's enough about this person. I just kind of thought it was a jerk move. Um, but I stumbled upon that um, like not even 5 minutes before I started stream, and I was like, "Oh boy, that's that's coincidence, you know? Just like up, vanish." And as creators, we're all a bit sensitive about the public's perception. We have to admit that, like it's true. We're all a bit egotistical, not necessarily in the mean, harmful, narcissistic way, but we're all a bit. We all care about our image. We're all crafting an image in a way. We're all kind of being slightly not really vain, but we're on the internet is just normal. When you're perceived by that many people that you want to look a certain way, you want to represent yourself a certain way, it's just normal and to be expected. I just think, yeah, I just think it was funny in this particular situation because it was like sudden death kind of thing. Um, but I extend my heart and a lot of love to the people it happened to. So I don't like when my friends fight, and life runs its course. I'm sorry, there was something stuck on my piercing. It's so annoying when that happens. But yeah, I'm sorry. If you're concerned by any of this, not concerned as in worried, but like if you're relevant to any of this and you would like me to remove this, I will. My aim is not to cause drama or anything, but just to speak my mind because I don't appreciate the way some people treat my friends. I just think it's kind of like taking candy away from a kid. If I can say it like that. And I'm a big kid, so I'm not even. That's not even what I mean. But I've always been of the mentality that if a person leaves um, to be on their way, on their own journey, I want them to do well. Um, Also, I wouldn't go and be. Well, I guess I'm more of the type to just let people go in general. I've been the opposite way in the past. I've been very toxic about ending relationships and friendships and such, like any type, whether it be familial or anything. Yes, I have cut out family members for reasons that I might not want to discuss on this not life, because it's a little bit heavier, and it would need disclaimers, and it would need 18 plus things, like little disclaimers. But yeah, after I've grown, I've my friend sent me an hilarious meme that she made. I was talking to her about a dude that was very toxic in the goth community. And he's still in my Facebook peeps. So I showed her a photo, and she made a hilarious meme about it, about him being like, "Hey, fellow goths, you know the type of guy that will like um, target certain praise that are alternative, just to be like edgy and stuff." And he'll like, I've been to a few of his golf nights, and like he will not leave you alone. He'll sit on the edge of the couch, like on the armrest or on the edge of the seat, and cross his legs, and be like, "Ah," and talk to you from higher. So like, or he will be very, very, very close to you, and like, almost he doesn't grab you, but like you feel like he would, sort of. He's very imposing in that sense, not physically. He's rather slim, but I mean, like, his presence is like, "Hey, you're a bit too much. You're a bit too close. Stay away." And I've hung out with that guy in the past a little bit, not too many times, maybe like 3 or 5 times, something like that. And it's always brought about very much discomfort. Much, very discomfort. Not very, I don't know why I'm saying very, but much discomfort. And it's always been awkward, and it's always been uncomfortable, and he's almost just acting to be edgy. And so it's just funny my friend was doing this. And you see a lot of dudes like that in the goth community, by the way. And it's not just the goth community, it's like that everywhere else. It's perfect though. So yeah, my goth clubbing days are way over. It's almost, oh my goodness, that picture my friend sent me, he's like that on his couch. It almost looks like he's trying to invite you to casting couch. I still have 4 squares to make for this, by the way. It's a 9 by 9. No, 3 by 3, not 9. 3 by 3 squares. 3 by 3 squares, so it would be 9 squares. My mind struggles with math, regardless. Anyway, um, so yeah, it's gonna be a square bag. After that, I decided how I'm gonna do the edges. I do one round. I do one round of edging of border around these squares, like the whole thing. So to make it cohesive. Um, but for the second panel, I'm gonna go and do a back loop only row, and then more rows, and then I'm gonna attach it that way. So that way it has dimension to it. Yeah, we're just having fun, my friend and I, kind of mocking that guy. One time I went to an amusement park with him. It was not a date. It was just like, hey, I'm looking for someone to come with me to that place because I've been going alone a lot, and it's just nice to share that moment with a human being. So he was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll come." Because I had a season pass. This is back when I had money, right? And I got a season pass, and I used to renew it every year. And if you buy more than one, you get a discount. Like it's like $60 instead of 100 something. So I used to get that season pass every summer, and I used to go a lot. And yeah, that's that. And he was such a edge lord, going like on the edge of his seat and like hacking himself up out of the seat, almost out of the seat, and doing that. And I bet some employees had to warn him sometime because what he was doing, so stupid. Anyway, he was so annoying. That guy. I don't like. Yeah, I don't like when people do that kind of shit. Be respectful to the park's rules and employees. Like it's for your safety, man, and it's not funny to freak out other passengers because you want to be edgy. Yeah, and the first thing he said to me on that day was like, "Hey, I came with you here, but I have a girlfriend. I'm not here on a date with you." And I was like, "Okay." My invite was for anyone who wants to come, right? That means I don't want to date you. I was just looking for company because I have coupons and I can bring you in for free. Because I offered him a free day. Like the the season pass comes with perks, and you can bring in friends on certain days. Like you have weeks where you can bring in a friend, things like that. Like you have different little perks. Is that's what it was? And the guy was like, "I was looking to date you. I have a girlfriend. I'm faithful." Blah blah blah. Okay, my dude. Okay. I'm sorry. But I do like that park quite a lot. It's a good childhood memories. I think the first time I got there, I was about 9 years old. No, I went before with my mom. The first time I went, I was with my mom. I could not tell you what age I was. Um, but I was a little young to be doing any rides. I did only the kids stuff. We had fun. We went on the little um, boats, round boats, where you just sit and you look around and you do the little ride. Yeah, we just went on a few attractions. It was actually very fun. And I was with my mom, and it was one of the good days. Like we were all cuddly and stuff. My mom wasn't really a cuddly person in life. Okay, I think I have one too many stitches. But yeah, that park has changed a lot too. Less people started going, so they had to close down a lot of the fun stuff they had, and they got rid of a lot of their old vintage, well loved rides, and it's just not the same anymore. I'm a bit sad that some of those things have gone away. Like their log flumes was almost world famous. That the park was known for this. And it's also known for having the biggest wooden roller coaster in Canada. It's always broken down. I think it's like the biggest and the fastest, something like that. It's called a monster. And it's really fun and it's really great, but it's really old and it needs a lot of maintenance, so it's always closed down. It's one of my favorite roller coasters ever, but I call it the Monster Boob Shaker for obvious reasons. It's a wooden roller coaster, so it's like balloons. It's balloons, like birthday balloons doing this. I have I have flabby boobies. Yeah, because I'm a very fleshy person, if you know what I mean. So yeah, but yeah, I have a lot of nice memories at this park. I've not gone back in a long time because now I'm too big to go on most of the attractions. Now that I'm an adult, I'm really, really into the roller coasters and stuff. Like, I really enjoy those. It's thrilling, really, really thrilling. Um, but yeah, I used to go a lot. And last time I went was with my cousin, and she's not a good person to be around. She was really racist and uh, negligent to her children, and she begged for me to pay for her poutine because she was like, "Oh, I don't have a credit card. I forgot my money. I don't have money. Blah, 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 blah. I don't have any money anymore." And mind you, you know that I'm poor, right? And this was when I was not quite poor, but I didn't have a lot of money, and she begged for me to pay her poutine because she was like, "I paid for a ticket for you, so you could do this for me." 5 seconds after, and not 5 seconds after, but later that day, she goes to the shop, like the merch shop, and she buys a bunch of stuff for her son. And I'm like, didn't you say you had no money in your account? Didn't you say your credit card was full? And magically, she was like, oh, oh, oh. She magically found the money because her son had a little accident. He needed new clothes and whatnot. So yeah, the memory of that park is a bit tarnished, but also I have very good memories of moments in my mind. Memories of my mom, and I used to go alone there too, for real. Like I would go maybe 5 times per summer. And I don't live very far from there. It's maybe half an hour by metro to go to the right station. After that, you gotta take the shuttle to get to the park. And it's free. It's a free shuttle. You just come in and you go on your little seat. And it goes to the casino, it goes to the park, it goes to three different places. There's another park. There are touristy attractions on the island. So it's on the island too. It's on Montreal's island. Like La Ronde, the name of the park, is completely on the island. It's like surrounded by water. But it's a nice, fun place to go. I enjoy it. Okay, I gotta pull more yarn from that. Da, 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 da. I need water. But yeah, today I feel extra spicy. I gotta text my friend. Um, I'm gonna mute myself because I don't want you to hear. But my thumbs hurt, and I have a long message for her. So I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be right back. I'm still here. Skinny puppy. Long live skinny puppy. I'm very sorry I had to talk to my friend. I'm just responding. Okay, everyone's asking what size that particular top that I'm selling is. Um, I'm gonna read you the title, right? Halloween Gothic Bell Sleeves Top Large. It says it in the title. Everyone is asking what size this top is. People don't read. Okay, I'm back. So I can continue this little round square. I'm starting to kind of love round granny square centers. I was always a bit resistant to do this. I don't know. It's just that I think I was taken aback by the different shapes being associated. It felt weird to me, but now that I'm making them, I'm kind of loving this, and I kind of want to do more. I'm not a fish. I'm not a fish. I'm not a fish. Sorry, hiccups. But yeah, it's interesting. For 5 and 6. Yeah, okay. There's one critique I have for this one square, and you'll see once I'm in the next row. I'll show that to you. But when you do the corners in the final row, it's got a large gap that none of the other rounds have, and that kind of annoys me. Kind of don't like that part. It's because the other rows don't really have any corner, but this one is two treble crochets. And to compensate for that, you should do a corner with 3 stitches instead of with a chain. And it's not done that way, and it kind of unsettles me. But I want to stick to the pattern because this is for an order, and so the person ordered specific items, so I'm gonna work it as is, but I wouldn't mind so much if perhaps it was consistent throughout, and it had big holes everywhere, like that would fit. That would still work well. But it's just the fact that this one row, the second to last, has those big major spaces. Hold on. I can kind of show you what I mean, but you see those here. Hold on. I'm kind of trying to show it, but you can see down here. You see, big hole in every corner, and all of the rest is solid. Yeah, they're so beautiful, and I like this red too. This is the colorway red. Uh, Lion brand 24/7 cotton in worsted. They have a DK too, but this is the worsted one. when I'm done with this, I think I might be using these squares for a few more projects. Definitely not a bag because I think I'm bothered by the amount of space in between the stitches in that corner. But this will be lined because it's for an order anyway. But yeah, I think maybe a market bag. Those don't really need to be as solid because this is for a crossbody, so it's gonna be used to put things inside it and things not just like big grocery items like I would do with a market bag, or maybe for a cardigan it would be okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what life has in store for us. Oh, okay. The person is not coming. Turns out because large size does not fit them. I still think it's a little bit funny because it says size L. No, it says large in the title. Um, yeah. I get they probably wanted to be sure, so it's not so much the fact that one person asked, much as the fact that everyone does. It's what I find hilarious. As you know, probably know, I keep complaining about Facebook Marketplace. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to count how many stitches I've done yet. Say, okay, this. Oh, I'm doing a join as you go, and so I just make 3 rounds and then join on the fourth round, and I just put my hook through each stitch individually and then make the next, and then pull a loop in the next stitch and then make a stitch in the next and pull a loop through the next. So you'll see it does that kind of nice ridge effect like that. You see it's kind of going into a spiral of intertwined stitches. I'll show you this when I'm done with this one side because I don't want it to unravel. Or I'll show you at the end. Okay. I'm almost done with the first side. I just have to turn the corner. There. When you want to turn the corner for these, I did not do it in the right place. Hold on. Oh yeah, it does need to go there. Unless I can do it here too. Without it looking too bulky. But I do a little slip stitch into the corners. So, as you can see, there's a ridge all along where you join two squares. Well, you can see it now here, all along the junction. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I am using the join as you go method. 'Cause I think it looks the best. Instead of just joining squares together. And it's also good because once I'm done with this method, I'll have everything and only the border left to do. And now I'm only missing 3 squares. I'm gonna try to work on that tomorrow during my live stream. My Granny Square live stream. The that man in finance reel is stuck in my head right now. I'm sorry, it's because I watched a reel with it in it, so the little melody is stuck in my head. I'm not even looking for a man in finance, but it's very catchy. It's also just funny because when did that on TikTok, the girl who made that sound, there is a guy who replied to her TikTok, like stitched it, and was like, "You know, us quality men, we don't look for girls like you because we pick girls that are high value and would never need to look for a man in finance. I pick only girls that have tons and tons of dude waiting at their doorsteps. You're not quality material if you need to look for a man." And he was bald, and then everyone would comment, "I'm looking for a man in finance, not bald." Or with hair. He deserved it. He was mean. Like, come on, it's just a catchy tune. It's just for fun. I don't think she would straight up project anyone just. because they don't have a trust fund or anything. It was just funny and catchy. A guy's sense of humor is dead with his investment. I'm not even sad to say it. His dog's dead. Or maybe he's all jelly because he's not seeing anyone, you know. You know how guys like that get. You say anything and they're like, "Oh, I'm a man. I'm an alpha male. I am the highest member of my tribe." You know how they get. That guy, silly. Ugh. Oh no. Oh, people, it's the Red Sea all over again. I'm starting having cramps. Like, just right now. Miserable, miserable life. Very painful. I would not recommend. I have PCOS, so it's more of a health issues than anything else. And, like, the most a painful part of that event for me is not even the cramping, it's the gut issues that come with it. Because when you have PCOS and IBS together, it combines and becomes even worse. Sorry for the gross details. Sorry for the TMI. I'm just in a lot of pain. Oh. So I usually know even before I start having cramps because gut issues are really painful. It's like my warning sign now. Oh, okay. See, and I think that would have been quite a cute size for the this bag. But my customer wanted it square, so I think she liked the bigger size, which I do too. I think it's gonna look nice. The only part I don't really know yet how I want to do is the lid, the closure, or you know. I think I might just do a loop with a bead or a magnetic clasp because I don't have material for that. I think I have an idea. Once I reach the top, I'm gonna go. Like I said, I was gonna do a back loop kind of thing, but I think that then I want to do a join as you go for that too, and join it in the back loop of the other panel. Like it would be joined in the back here. Either that would create a nice ridge, mm, or I could do a back post. Yeah, if I did a back post, it would end up having a very nice ridge. I think I'm gonna try things and see what looks best for my client, customer, person. Yeah, I think that'll be all for today regarding this bag. Ugh, I want to leave enough for tomorrow, which is a Granny Square live stream. Oh boy. Okay. Oh. Ah. What do I do? I could do the coffin bag. I'm kind of bored of current projects. Okay, let's see. Because this is on Ribbler. Ribbler. Okay. And I need a different sized hook for this. I'm at row 21. I forgot to check the hook size. 6 mil. Okay. So I'm using the same yarn. Hold on, it's sticky here. 24/7 cotton. But this is a colorway creamsicle, and obviously black. So it's just very fun. I quite like creamsicle as a color. I always have. I like the kind of creamy orangey vibe. Not because of summer or anything, more because of Halloween, to be honest. And I know it's not specifically Halloween, but it's just the way I feel about any color that is either orange, purple, green, whatever. Like, to me, it just screams Halloween. This is Halloween all over, like, my face. That's kind of what winter stands for. Okay, it's knots and knots. Okay, I'm sorry. It's distracting my spirit. Okay. By the way, if you are in, I cannot uh, minimize the window because this is on browser. Ribbler is exclusive to the web, so I do not have any PDF or anything like that. So I'm unable to work outside of the page, so I have to go back on YouTube, and every time I do that, it hikes the page up because Ribbler is stupid like that. Well, Ribbler is not stupid, right? It's just that it hikes the page up, and you have to go back down every time. Okay, I found the G hook. This uses a G hook. I want to make one in lilac too soon. I have the color for this. I have the skeins. I just want to make it. Okay. Um, the fiber stuck everywhere. Everywhere. Okay. Yeah. I'm not understanding. Oh. Four, five. It's so a bit unsettling to this. 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I have to get back in the beat of it. Okay, I gotta check back because I don't understand what it wants me to do. This is tough. Oh, it says to chain one. I'm stupid. I just forgot to chain one before I turned. Okay. It needs 24 stitches. Yeah, this coffin bag is really interesting because it's no sew and you just go around like this all over. That's how the bag is constructed. If you want to know how to get it, I'll put a link below. Um, yeah, I'll do that later because if I do that now, it will take me away from the page. If you want to see the link, just ask and I will do that and provide that for you. And then the corners are just forming a ridge like this, and it makes it look really good. It just highlights the whole coffin shape. Sweet. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 119. 120. 121. 122. 123. 124. 125. 126. 127. 128. 129. 130. 131. 132. Even it's there. Window. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. And now you just I love working in around for projects. And this necessitates 4 skeins of this particular yarn in total. Probably way less if you're using acrylic, value acrylic. You could get away with just 2 skeins. But these are small cotton yarn, so okay. And now, yeah, I'm struggling a little bit with my hands. And those bags are very loose and very like there are little spaces you don't want to use that to carry small items. Maybe not lipstick or chopsticks either. Things like that could poke through. But you can put some of your big items in there. I've already reached the decrease rows, so the next row will be starting to decrease and to make the top of the coffin. So that's nice. That means it's almost over. After that, you have to do the strap. It's quite thick. I think it's one of the. It's a part of the pattern that's a little bit harder to make. Good. Mm, 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 Good. Yeah. Oh, a bit of backache here. Come on. You know when you're trying to pull a very grippy yarn from a skein and it just like it pulls everything else. This yarn is very grippy. But funny enough, this is mercerized cotton. It's supposed to be kind of slick, but it's ratty right now. I don't know why. I took good care of that and I've not touched it uh, before the project. Like I stored this in a bin. It's just very grippy, I guess. Okay. No, I'll regret it later if I put this aside. I better solve the issue now. Oh boy, I don't know if I have the courage. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, I'll at least do this. Let's go. I did the decrease stitch. Okay. And I want to make this a little bit more part of my um, offering in my shop. I want to make this part of the things that sell the most. Because I think a lot of people like coffin shaped bags, and they're not that accessible. They're not crazy sought after. Well, they are sought after. A lot of goth stuff is, but I feel like maybe they're not really affordable to folks, and they're kind of a fun item rather than functional. So I would like this to be one of my popular products. One of the things I make the most out of part of my. I forgot the name for this, but I would like it to be. So we'll see how I do about that. Okay, I think I made a mistake. Yeah, I'll start over again. Like, I don't know how to do. Hold on. Okay, I have 5 loops on my hook. Okay, I'm doing this correctly for some reason. I don't know. Okay, for some reason I was confused how to make a half double crochet decrease, but I know I know how to do it, but I've not done it in so long. Okay. This works out nicer than I thought it would. Hold on. Okay. Hmm. The last time I made the whole one in one go. I made the whole thing in one go the last time. And this time around, I have too much hand pain. It's gonna take multiple days. I'm already at the third session on this, I think. Second or third. And I've only just started decreasing. Like this last round was the first decrease round. Hey boy. And I'm almost out of yarn too. I just got like these two tiny uh leftovers of skeins. I could continue until I'm out and then continue with the second skein later. I think I might do that just to avoid tangling further. Because it would uh, be long. I still have a few rows to finish like this. I don't know what's up with that, but it's like stuck. And for some reason, there's more orange than black in this skein. They don't match up at all. There's at least 10 yards more of one of the colors. It gets bulky. I can feel it. Okay. Let's attack this issue. One, two, three, four, five, six. Mm, good. I'm at row 25 now. And I still have 8 rounds. 8 rounds to do. I'm obviously not gonna do all of this with that one skein. But at least one or two more. That first back post stitch is kind of the hardest. Okay. Mm. I also want to try Ness's Knots um, coffin bag because they have one as well. But this one is different because it's worked in rounds and you don't have to attach any pieces or anything like that. Okay. Now I have to continue. Mhm. Mhm. Hmm. 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 Okay, I don't know what I did, but it's like the sides aren't equivalent anymore. They're like not right. I really don't know what I did. Yeah, I'm gonna have to frog this because this does not look right. Like, it looks like I'm going off one stitch. See, I don't know how to do this. Okay, I don't know how many rows in I am anymore. And I can't count it because the way the bag is made doesn't like let you do that. Because it's like join inside of a round. Okay, I don't really understand how to do this anymore. Gosh, I just did like almost 2 hours of work. Yeah, 2 hours of work on this. I'm a little bit depressed, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Okay, I did something wrong. Oh. Oh, okay. I see where I went wrong. But now I have all of this to pick back up, so I'm not gonna finish today. I'm just gonna finish the increased rows. After that, I'll stop. Anyway, goodbye, everyone. I'm not in the mood to do this anymore.